Hello, I'm Gail Fraser, and I'll be teaching a class related to global health, or Salud Global. I've been a teacher here at Universidad de La Sabana for 3 years, and I teach global health, international health, occupational health, as well as disaster preparedness. And so I really feel like during the 3 years I was living in Colombia that I became part of the community here. I was here for when the campus was flooded. And I think that I really feel like you're going to enjoy this class because I now have moved on. I now live in United Arab Emirates, so I'm in the Middle East, and I'm working related to health and safety in Abu Dhabi, which is very near Dubai. I have actually spent my whole career working internationally. I started my career in the Pan American Health Organization research laboratories in Trinidad and Tobago. So I've worked in Guyana, in Grenada, Barbados, here in Colombia, and then also all over the world. For the last 35 years, I've worked in 18 different countries. And I think that I always become part of those communities when I work there because I think that what we actually do, research is important, but I think that the actual implementation of those best practices to promote health with healthy children or families or communities is really what's most important to me. And I'm hoping that you will consider, when you take this class, that you would at least contribute for a couple of years working internationally. Just think what it would be like to work in South Sudan, the newest country in the world. Think about the contribution you could make in Vietnam or in some other place in Southeast Asia. Because I have found that my career, working always overseas, has been very rewarding. So our global health class, basically, we're talking about not just international health, where you're looking at important health issues in developing countries. Global health is actually a broader spectrum, holistic view of international health. It's all the best practices. What works well here in Colombia might also be something you could apply in Haiti or another country, because I consider Colombia a very sophisticated system here, and we compare it to other international locations. What would it be like to work in a field camp during the civil revolution in Sudan, say? Or would you like to work in Angola, where they're just repairing, or in Libya? I know that I just developed some materials for emergency health care for the Tripoli Ministry of Health in Libya. So these are the types of topics that we'll probably cover. Global health, again, is more comprehensive. It takes health practitioners from all disciplines. So you have logisticians, you have economists, you've got physicians and nurses, as well as other kinds of public health specialists that work together to promote health. For example, the actual application of a best practice would be related to maternal health would be really things that are very simple. In Indonesia, when they have a community with women that are expecting babies, so they're pregnant, it's so easy for them to then make sure that they have someone that can provide transportation if they have an obstetric emergency. They actually identify someone in their community that will be a blood donor. These things are so simple, yet so often people don't think to do them. So this is a type of exciting application of health research that you do in the field, but internationally. I think that the topics that we cover, there are quite a few. I know that we talk about the health ethics related to people with HIV, how they might be stigmatized or discriminated against. We talk about race and disparities of health. Why should the fact that you live here in Colombia, you have such better health than someone who lives in Uganda or in Zimbabwe? It's not fair, it's not equitable. So we talk about health equity. We talk about emergency response or disaster response, and that's why I actually teach disaster preparedness here in Colombia, because there's such a chance with climate change that you will have unexpected flooding or landslides or other disasters. I think that we cover tropical medicine, which is one of my favorites, infectious disease, prevention. We also talked about human rights, health systems, and how the policies actually influence how those health systems work well or don't work well, and also healthy communities and the right to health. So I hope that you will enjoy this class. We're going to really make it interesting. The Virtual Savannah team seems to have a lot of options to make the class engaging. I will have lecture, but our emphasis is on simulations, exercises, practical types of debates that we talk about different ways that you could actually approach to solve global health problems. And our first lecture has to do with why should we care about Africa. So I hope that you enjoy this course.